But is there an update on Terry?
He's gonna do the same thing, try to warm up, and then see how he feels.
And then last thing, just defending the pick and roll game with Fox and Sabonis. Is there a sort of game plan against?
Same thing. I mean, I think you have to mix it up. I don't think that you can just play it one way. They're too good. I think sometimes you have to be aggressive, with them. We've actually been pretty good at that. And so, but I don't, it's just, they're just too good together. You can't just say we're going to play our base, and be able to do that.
But Coach Clifford, you were one of the 3 finalists to get this job here in Sacramento, if you don't mind me asking. Just want to get your thoughts on, the organization and what it's doing right now under Mike Brown.
No, I enjoyed it out here. I had a good day and really impressed with everything, the setup and everything like that. Mike and I are close. I worked for Mike with the Lakers maybe 10, 11 years ago. So we're good friends. He's a terrific coach. And, obviously they're playing very well. So, it was all positive.
What were your impressions of Malik when he was a rookie, and where have you seen him make the most growth since then?
I think if you talk to him, he and I had a good talk last year when he was with the Lakers, and I was doing a thing with Brooklyn in an exhibition, and he just told me, I get it now. I've grown up, I've matured, I've been through it. I think sometimes what happens, and it's not fair for players, is you take a guy like him. He came to Charlotte, and he played with Fox, with Bam, and he was SEC Player of the Year. And to be honest, he wasn't ready to play in the NBA. And there were high expectations of him. He was a smaller, off guard. He wasn't very physical. And so we played him right away, and, he just wasn't ready for that. And I think it's hard. This isn't the way it used to be, where, like when Dell came out, everything in the draft was performance. Like when those guys would sit, or I remember when I was at the Knicks with Dickie McGuire and those guys, if your college team hadn't won big, those guys were scared of drafting you. Now, we draft guys, every team has them. You have guys here who are, the 8th men and, a big time school. And frankly, college basketball is not even close to what it was 10 years ago. It's not. And so you're getting these guys and they're drafted and they get guaranteed money. And what's hard is, and this is not, this is just part of like when you're the coach, and yet the fans see he's this, he's that. Well, some of these guys, every team has them, guys that people want to see play. They've never played well anywhere, to be honest, and it makes it harder. But what people don't understand, the people it's hardest on are the players because they don't understand. And don't get me going on the whole, listen, AAU basketball's hurt development in our country. No, it has. They don't spend it. I recruited for a long time. They don't spend enough time with their high school coaches. They're not as fundamentally sound. Guys coming into our league are better with the ball. Shot creation, shot making, basketball IQ way down, understanding of how to play the game way back down, understanding of how important it is to be able to play, learn how to do drills and practice, not even close. So that is because you play AAU, you don't get enough shots, you switch your team. Go to high school, you don't get enough shots, they take you to another place. Now you go to college, those rules to me are ridiculous. You don't get enough shots, you go. So these poor guys are coming in, and again, a lot of them have never played well, but it's never been their fault. And it's made it hard. And again, the people that get hurt the most over time are the players, And there's not a way to change that system, but it's not good for basketball.
So you've seen Malik's sort of just NBA or IQ within the NBA structure sort of change in his playmaking and.
Yeah. Hey, listen, all that stuff. I think he was good. He could play. He could. He had a game. He has a sense of the game. He could score. I think if you asked him, I think that he just didn't realize how much work it took, how good players are. I don't think it's so much his game. I just think more his approach and understanding of how hard it is to play in this league.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.